That's where my face is. Wow, this table's high. Okay, I'll bring this down lower. Don't fall. Don't fall. You're such a piece of crap. Don't fall. I just said it. There we go. Live chat. About chat. My coffee looks gross. Hey, Envy. Hi, you guys. Hi. Let me see if I can get my chat out. Pop out chat. Hi, you guys. I missed you so much. I hope we're all looking forward to a very low energy, lackluster live stream. Are we excited for that? Okay, if I do this, it kind of almost looks like I'm looking at you when I read chat, right? Hi, you guys. How are we all? How are we? How's life? You can hear me, right? You guys would say that I was muted, right? Hi. Oh, some Heb Houston blend coffee. That would be so sweet. Hey, welcome, optimistic, outnumbered, and overwhelmed. What a long name. Long name, amazing results. I feel like that's a very Midwestern thing to say. Your cow was attacked. Exotic, my love. Stitches across. Okay, I can only read part of this. So here we go. But he's okay. Hi, Shyla. Thank you so much for liking my dark humor. It's a bit much sometimes. High fives, Danielle. Probably. Steph? High five. How is everybody? Alicia's sad. Hi, Kalamala. I love you, honey. He was okay. He was at the vet all day yesterday. Of course he was. Steph, hi, baby. Hi, Lynn. I missed you guys. I feel like it's been so long since I've seen you. Pick me, pick me. Hi, Mikey. I don't know what I'd pick you for. Are we choosing teams? Are we fighting to the death? You guys, it's cinnamon. That's why I'm so gross. Sherry, if you don't start doing better curtsies, Sammy's gonna teach everybody how to curtsy. It was amazing. Yeah, I did have to quit YouTube for a little bit. I had to, I had a real life so hard. We just got back last night. We almost missed our flight. It was so funny. I like, hi, Steve. I am like, yay, good job, Iowa girl, for getting your breasts checked and not having cancer in them. Like, not like I would have told you did a bad job had they been like, it's cancer. I would have been like, way to suck at having boobs. Like, Um, good morning, you guys. Okay, so I am so tired. I'm really deeply to my soul tired. I told my husband I was fundamentally tired, and he's like, fundamentally. I mean, like, I am so tired. I'm so tired from a lot of travel. I think I've only been home. Um, oh, Steve, I have not lost weight. That you are catching me in a flattering angle. I must be, I must be my all-time high heaviest. It's a lot. But like the physical pain of the grief and everything like that, like it's just been such a hard week. Um, And so I was telling my husband, we went to the burial. It was for military honor, so there was a really long gap between the funeral service and then burial, and so luckily burial was in Dallas, which is where the airport was. Hi, Jenny. And so we went to the burial service. It's very fast, because it was military service, and it like they were late. The military was late. That pissed me off so much. It really pissed me off. Um, but it's a very large cemetery, very, very large. So they're burying people left, right, and center. They're just like throwing bodies, right? And so, since they were late, we had taps, folding of the flag, presenting flag to my aunt. The priest spoke, and then they were like, "Could you guys leave though? Because in 6 minutes, somebody else has to be buried. Could you just leave?" And so we just did hugs. I went and saw my grandma and grandpa real quick, and then I changed in the car. The kids changed Calvin changed in the car too, but my husband and the kids used bathrooms. We get to the airport and, I'm, like, kinda sleeping at the gate because I have my husband, so I don't think I'm gonna get murdered, and, he's like, "You know, nobody's at our gate, and we should be boarding," and he looked not only did they change our gates, they changed what terminal we were in. We barely made our flights. I was like, "Damn, that would have been terrible," and so, we we got home late last night. I slept in my bed. It felt phenomenal. Woke up early, took hot sauce to the vet for like a booster shot. He's lost half a pound, so maybe he's in grief. And we're home and just I my RV broke down, by the way. And my debit card got hacked. So oh, I'm back on top chat. I'm sorry, you guys. And so I have to take the RV down to get fixed. I'm just so done traveling right now. I'm so tired that I don't do not have plans for an RV trip in the near future. I just don't. I know I'm on such a roll right now. Um, but yeah, you're amazed managed to do all this with you have that going on to do this live stream. Yeah, I was just sitting and um missing you guys a lot, and your credit card got hacked. I'm so sorry, hon. Like, at least they told me, like, immediately. They were just like, "Are you in Denmark? Because it feels like you're not." And I was like, "No." And they're like, "Oh, we'll send you a new card." So now I have to play the game of what was on that for automatic payments for my bills. Because like, a million years ago, when we lived in North Dakota, we traveled, and it was back when remember when you, like, had to call your bank and you're like, "Listen, I'm leaving my state. Please don't put a pause. Don't freeze my card," right? Hi, Patrick. You're for solo live. What does that mean by solo? Um, Happy birthday, Carla. And so it's so good to see you, Julie. It's so good to see all of you guys. But remember when, like, if you traveled, they would freeze your card? And it happened to me all the time. They only give you 15 minutes for the service. Yeah, Lisa, that's what we had, but then they used it. Oh, that Patrick. Oh, hi, hi. My RV is toxic. Jenny, shut up. You don't say that to me. Jenny, do you want to meet together and we'll just go buy peaches? Like, we'll meet in the middle, like that one country song. You start walking your way, I'll start walking mine or something. Anyway, when they froze Mark's card and canceled it and then sent us a new one um before we were like, "No, we're literally here. Please don't." And so we never got a notice. I never got anything on my door, but several months later, I came home and my electricity had been shut off. And I called and they're like, "You haven't paid in months and months." And I was like, "Oh, no." And so, like, I had to pay, like, $1 billion for them, like, a trust fund for the electric payment so that they would give us electricity because 'cause they're like, "We don't trust you. You're not good." And so, it was so embarrassing. Oh, so, yeah, I think things will get better soon. We're on the uptick, probably. Um And it could be worse. It could have been a lot worse. So, um, I loved spending time with my family. We had so much time together. I had so much fun. Why did they shut it off? I don't know. They never emailed, or usually what they would do is they'd post something on your front door, like tape it on there and be like, "We're going to cut off your power," or send you letters or something. But we had nothing. And it was just like abruptly one day. And I was like, I feel like if you had told me, I would have been like, yes, I would love electricity. Please let me have electricity access. That'd be great because it's so much um to hold for them to be like, okay, you can have electricity because we have so much of your money already. It was crazy. I'm sorry, Christy, that your car got hacked and all that happened. I thought so, Rave, but like, where was my warning? But it's fine. That was like 10 years ago. We're fine. Um, Hi, Peggy. Linda, she is live now. Linda, I'm alive, sweetheart. Unless she's dipping out. What if Linda's like, I intentionally am not going to watch it right now? Um, so yeah. Anyways, usually get the embarrassing envelope. Right? I would think that I would have had that, Lisa. And I am so good. I am so amazing at not paying my bills. I'm so good at it. If it's not on auto pay, um, I don't pay it until they're like, "Listen, we will steal your trash can." Although apparently they didn't, because I called, I was like, "Sorry, you guys, my trash can was stolen." I'm pretty sure I mentioned this again. And a long time ago, my trash can was stolen because I keep calling the garbage company and I'm like, "Listen, I owe you money. I know I owe you money." "Steve, no." "Oh, your real crown. I thought you meant like a crown in your mouth." And so hi, Christine. And so I kept calling them and they're like, no, it gets paid through your property tax. Don't worry about it. And then one day they stole my trash can. They're like, just kidding. You haven't paid us. And they did it for a lot of our neighborhood. And so I thought we started paying the trash company. And then I lost my trash can. They stole it. And I called them and I was like, am I not paying you? Did I not pay you? Can we have a trash can again? And they were like, no, it gets paid through your property tax. And I was like, what are we doing? Like, what can we just stick something? And so they gave us a new one. Thank you, Christine. Yeah, I have to do auto pay. That's all it is. So now I have to like comb through and be like, who's on auto pay? Because I definitely don't want to lose my electricity here because I need the air conditioning. Um, okay, so that's enough. It gets paid through property tax. That's sometimes it does, and sometimes they're like, just kidding, you need to pay us. I don't understand. It's crazy. Um, but yeah, so it could be worse though, guys. I could be getting everybody else's trash. Like they could be like, you haven't paid us, so you have to take everybody's trash. Have you tried paying as you go? Envy. Was really funny, love. So yeah. You don't believe anyone ever paid a bill on time before direct debts, right? Were done. Was on your credit card and you didn't know it was on auto pay. Oh, dang, Molly. Hi, Linda. Thanks for being here, Sugar Butt. Have you tried throwing your payment in the trash can? Right, like taping it too. I hate Aldi. I hate Aldi, Jenny. I went there once, and the rage I had about the quarter deposit to have the buggy, what is it called in America? What do we call that? The shopping cart was like, because I had to go all the way back to my car and dig for a quarter. It's just so Hi, Indy. How are you, sweetie? Back then we all just floated bad checks until payday. So true. Ugh. So yeah, I'm gonna be home for a while. I have some hi lease, honey bunny. You're going through it. Like all things considered, at least I'm not lease. Um, oh, Rebecca, I'm sorry you have to do that. Yeah, the trolley, the shopping cart. They call them buggies other places. You love Aldi, Chris. I just struggle with it. I also it's in a different part of town, so I'm like, ugh. Don't you dare speak ill of the best grocery store in the US. They sell German chocolate. I did not know that, Christine. They charge $1 for the cart. Linda, what? Hey, remember when they tried to get us to switch to the Sacagawea, depending on where you are, gold dollar in America? And we're all like, "Pff, no, Like, I'm not doing that. That's stupid. I want my paper dollars. Like, why did they say that? I live in a vibrator at the moment. Honestly, with you, baby, I was like, oh my God, what is she actually is she admitting to that right now? Maybe I'll try Aldi again. Do you guys really like Aldi? Should I try it again? Gold dollar coins here. Yeah. Oh, Ami, they tried that for Amy. Amy, they tried that with us, and we were just like, no. You just learn from the five girls that they call countertops bunkers. Is that true? Why would you say that? Why do you call them bunkers? Also, the flight that I am tracking to Scotland is very reasonably priced. I'm gonna do it. Except for I think I wanna go, The selection is too limited and everything's weird in there. The UK all day is great. Ours, it's like you keep a special quarter in your car. Oh my gosh, you guys know how I had hold on, I gotta itch my ankle. Remember when I was talking about how I'm gonna travel to Canada and poke you guys with sticks? And I have a special short intimacy stick to poke with Canadians? Well, I had stolen a stick out of my friend's yard in North Dakota. It's like this big, and I use it in my RV to keep my window open because it's broken. And I think my dad found it when he was helping he was, like, air blowing out my RV to clean it, and I think he found my Canadian intimacy stick and threw it away. I'm really heartbroken. You're calling the police. You got your emotional support turkey from Aldi? Beth, I'm in Scotland, and the term bunker in the area workspace where the coal was stored. Well, it was a coal bunker. Oh, that's so interesting, babe. um, Also coal in the kitchen. Yeah, because that's how you, like, your stove was a coal burning stove, Iowa. When I lived in North Dakota, we had a used to be a coal furnace to heat, um, downstairs that was not active because that would have been insane, but a special room where the coal had been stored. Yeah, Carla, I will go to Minnesota and I will poke you with a stick. Your mom's maiden name was, no one can say that, DW. Who else is tired? What Okay, so what else is going on with you guys? We're all very focused on me. What's going on with you guys? What are we doing? Thank you, Sue. Oh, because it's like I just want to poke the Canadians with sticks just a little bit. There's always fire in the kitchen. There's always kettle on the boil. What are you quoting, Rave? You have a cold room in your house, 1922, now it's storage. Yeah, I used mine for cold storage. It was really, really exceptional, like for that, but also super creepy. And then so it had the giant asbestos wrapped coal burning thingy right there, right? And then the coal room was next to it. But then there was a wall of storage, like kind of like a closet, if you will, but different. So it goes along the wall, and then there are different double door French doors. Do not think cute, think old and creepy, right? That you opened and you could access about a 3-foot deep back thing storage, and I think it could go across, but on the one, if you opened it, it would only open on one side and step in, toilet. It was the creepiest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. It was absolutely for prisoners. Somebody who lived in my house previously had kept people in the basement, and that was their toilet. It was horrifying. So I have 4th of July plans, Beth. No, we're just gonna oh gosh. We have to go buy fireworks today, and then we'll just set them off in our driveway. Quoting song lyrics. You still have the original boiler, and it heats beautifully. I love that, honey. In Nebraska. Jenny's life is super exciting. You just cleaned your fridge, and now eating an Uncrustable like a 4-year-old. I put you guys like, you're right in the chat. I'm gonna move the chat over a little bit and just not make as much eye contact, and you guys will be fine. You didn't do anything on it yet, Amy? That's funny. You didn't do your to-do list. You're pretending like you don't have crippling anxiety. Let's definitely talk about it. My anxiety, I was so certain that I was casually having a heart attack in the airport yesterday, and I was like, "Babe, my arm's tingling, there's pains in my back, like, I know I'm dying," and I was like, "I think it's grief and anxiety, but, like, that's not helping." I feel fine today. It was just blah. So, you're getting over a cold, Rave. Good job, babe. Idiot for getting a cold in the middle of summer. Your puppy Riley is at the emergency vet. Christina, yuck. What happened to him? Grounded your teenager, they're gonna be the end of you. The attitude is a bit much. Hi, Melissa. You got a Brazilian wax and a facial today. Love that, or yesterday. I love that. Steve, what are you thanking Bella for saying? What Bella say to you that you're like, "Thanks, Bella"? Tell me. Your daughter's pregnant with your grandbaby number 6. Congratulations, sweetheart. That's really exciting. Rebecca's going to bingo. That sounds fun. I want to go to bingo. Let's not have an actual heart attack just from anxiety. It just felt awful. Been working your butt off cleaning. Good job, Peggy. I need to do some. Can we post pics of our fireworks in Discord? I can try, Amy. I just feel like it wouldn't look good because I don't know that my camera will do it, but I'll try it. Pulled a muscle in your abdomen or have a hernia. Haven't figured out which yet. So you're going to the doctor's tomorrow. Who wants to place bets? Okay, what do we think it is? Hernia or pulled muscle? Place your bets. Winner gets an appendectomy performed by the person of my choosing. So, am I on live chat? I'm on live chat, Christine. Least as pulled muscle. Boring. I'm hoping for pregnancy. Maybe you're pregnant. That'd be funny. You just started Ozempic. Good job, Valerie. That's exciting. My brother did a little bit of Ozempic and then went off and dieted, and he lost 30 pounds. It was really amazing. Everybody thinks it's pulled muscle. I'm saying it's triplets. You're 3 weeks pregnant with triplets. Have fun. Um, and he lost like 30 pounds. It was really cool seeing him. Is Mac in here? Probably not. I bet he's asleep. Mary says it's both a pulled muscle and a hernia. Yikes, triplets would be so terrifying. No, thank you. Right, Amy? Triplets would be quite the content thing. Maybe I can talk Mark into that. No. I feel like you're being stabbed. Maybe it's triplets with knives and they're having a knife fight. You should be a better mother. Have you thought that it's just poor parenting that made your triplets start stabbing you in utero? Your mom lost 100 pounds. Holy crap. That's amazing. Some things are not worth the content. Exactly, Sarah. Jenny, I'm like only 20% kidding about let's meet for peaches. Does anybody want to meet? Where's a good place for us to meet at a peach farm? All I know of is Lane Orchards, and that's like 3 hours from me. Where's a good place? Where's a good peach place? And don't say Aldi's because I'll kill everyone. It says, yeah, like right south of Macon is the peaches. Because I don't think Peach World, you guys know Peach World on the coach on the coast? I don't think it's open. But I can't tell. Ask Justin Bieber, he gets his peaches in Georgia. Does he really say that? Is it all of Georgia? Yeah, but I want to go like, that's all I know about Georgia. I want to go to an actual peach orchard. Um, it is a long drive. I just want to see which one. Mhm. They say that Peach World is open. But it's not near Savannah like I thought. She missed the pun. I do not like puns. Got lost in Atlanta for a work conference once because every damn street was peach something. Yeah, we do love that. Um, you didn't realize they had us that far south? Why wouldn't we have it so far south? We've got all the good moisture, all of the moisture. Envy, you're dead to me. Are there any wild peach trees that anyone can harvest? I don't know. That would be crazy. Yeah. So, Steve, it's the same problem that happened previously because I hit that. I gotta move my coffee. That cinnamon looks really gross. So, you're in my token blind. Too late. I'll find another blind or I will blind someone else. Jenny, give me your eyeballs real quick. That coffee's gross and old. Hi, Amy. Okay, so I drove to Texas and back, what feels like a lifetime ago. My RV never overheated, but it had full coolants when I started, and now it has no coolants. And so, did hit that. Um, and so I have to take it because it's toxic. You shut up about that. It's raining. Rave. Your joke is so dumb. It was so funny. Cinnamon is not gross. You shut up. Um, RV is drink driving. Typo. Idiot. Unless that means something else in New Zealand, which you don't live in. Um, you just had an advert for a weight loss company. That's so funny. I hope it's because we're talking about weight loss and not because they're like, I hope Beth sees this ad and needs to lose weight. Um, so I had a pitch for a sponsorship for $15. And I was like, your generosity astounds me. Like, what the hell? It was amazing. It was not for weight loss, but um I loved them. Okay, so a second I gave birth, um Mark got all the dumb dad jokes immediately. It was immediate. I couldn't believe it happened so quickly. $15, it was so funny, but also somebody else was like, "Hey, here's a weight loss thing." And I was like, "Oh, I love that idea." And so when sponsors pitch to you, it feels a lot like, do you guys remember when they had that whole pickup artist trend back in the early 2000s where they, "Hey, Morgan," um, where they were like, you have to neg them a little bit, like, be mean, like, "Oh, you're not that cute, but things like that. Like, "Oh, I usually don't go for girls who aren't tens, but you're really interesting." Like the negging of it all. And so a lot of sponsorship deals feel like that, where they're like, "Hey, we would love to work with you. Your content seems so amazing and stuff like that. What are your rates?" And you're like, "Hey, these are my rates." They're like, you're just not that cute." And you're just like, okay, well, like, don't come up to me and buy me the drink and sit next to me at the bar and then be like, "I don't think I'm that into you." You're like, "You idiots." Wow. That tropical storm they've been bragging about. Thank you, Rebecca, for the tropical front. But yeah, that's exactly what it feels like. "Hi, Cass. How are you, sweetheart?" You'll be sad about this. I lost my tiny Canadian poking stick. I have to source a new one. So I'm not gonna poke you anytime soon. So well, that will buy you a head tilt. That's cute, funny. Hi, the Midwest Knitter. Hi, honey. Tricky name to say. Um, exactly 20 would have been better. Yep. I know. Cass, I'm sorry, honey. Okay, what else should we talk about? I just kind of came on here. I ate tuna sandwich with a bagel. It was really good. And then I was like, well, let's go live. And so I had exactly zero planned, but there is a fruit fly in my room. That bums me out. What are you lost with, Mary? Hi, Mary. How are you, sweetheart? Way to show up in a timely manner. Really, really appreciate that. Cass, why are you on a root canal? Babe, yuck. Ew. Have you tried having better teeth? What you doing? Okay, hey, ma'am. Oh, that's what you're doing. Okay. Thanks for not finding it anywhere and just taking it from my bathroom. There goes my toilet paper. um, what? I forgot what we were doing. Am I out of toilet paper? Do I need to go? I'm not going to the store. You guys go to the store. I'm sorry. I just have no energy. It's so hard. Um, you're here because the post. Oh, thanks, Envy, for posting on Discord. You're so good. Um, mhm. I had hot dogs with shredded cheese and a few chips and French onion dip for your meal. I like brats with French onion dip. I feel like that's really good. The lack of tea people will be a fun surprise later. Exactly, Jenny. I swore we had some, but, like, she just came and stole it off of my roller and wandered off, so you went to Costco and the commissary today? Oh god, on the 3rd, you went to the commissary so early in the month? Yikes. I bet that was just like a brawl. Um, my aunt was like, "Do you go to the commissary?" I was like, "Oh, it's so far away. No, it's not worth it. You have a roll of toilet paper outside drying. You dropped it in the toilet." I'm sorry, it's not funny. Right, thank you, Cass. We've had a decent amount of pizza. One good thing about being at my dad's is that, you don't pay for food. It just shows up and you're like, "Oh, cool, more food." And so we had, let's see, we went there and my brother came into town the next day. We haven't seen each other in about 2 years. And so I really, really love that. And then we went to all the services and stuff like that. And then at night, we're at my dad's and I had come home from the something. I came home from something, but I took my kids to get frozen custard, which is not something that I had not experienced until I moved to the Midwest, but apparently Texan has it too. And what are we congratulating? Valerie. Yay, Valerie. Um, pretend that sounds flattering like how I'm attention. Okay, so we went and got frozen custard. And so then a couple nights later, my brother was like, let's go get frozen custard. And so he and I are very close. We were very close growing up, except for when I went through puberty and I was just savagely awful to him. I was such a terrible person. But then, we became very close again when I stabilized, I guess. And so have fun, Fife. And so we went and we were bickering the whole time. And I'm 43. He's 46, 47. And so we're fighting in the car on the way to get ice cream together. And because he got mad at me, he tooted in his hand and threw it in my face because we're grown-ups. So my brother's single? No, he's been married like a billion years. It wasn't Culver's. What was it called? It was called Andy's something something. Andy's frozen custard delight or something like that. It was really good. And so we just bickered the whole time and it's so funny. He's so rotten. Um, not quite as good, Beth. That's funny. So yeah, we're very mature. We turn into like 12-year-olds as soon as we see each other. We love messing with each other. Like he got food, I stuck my finger in it. So he hit me in the face with his to-go lid, which was covered in moisture. And then yeah, like my whole life, if somebody had a drink, everybody like you had to guard it because people would lick the lid of it and then claim that you're sharing. And so yeah, that's what we would constantly you lick everybody's silverware. It just was this battle of disgusting to see who would win. And that's what we did. So you have two sisters, you never grew up with boys. It's fun. It's different. Um You're 58, your brother's 56. And when you turn into kindergartners, it's hilarious. And then we complain, we're like, Dad, Tommy's being mean to me again. And my dad has to come out all annoyed at 70 and be like, kids, leave each other alone. So yeah, it was super funny. And yeah, we love that. And then my cousin, I got to see him for and I my cousin Eric, who it wasn't his uncle, my cousin Jennifer, it was her dad. So it was Eric's uncle. I got to spend time with Eric, which I really loved, and slightly less time with Jennifer, but because she was extremely busy. So yeah, it was a really a good, a lot of family. I went to my sister's house. It was the first time I was able to see her house. She has donkeys. I got to pet donkeys, and she also has a horse that's 36, I think, and because they're rescued, like they're all she has not at her home, but she has a few rescued animals at her home, but she has an animal rescue, and so, she's got a ton of horses and donkeys and dogs, and so all of her geese were screaming about how we showed up, and I want an attack goose now. And the donkeys were so cute. One of them, it took her months for the donkey to come up to her because it had just been left in a pasture for years. And then, the other one, like, had pulled kids' carts and stuff like that, so it was, like, constantly around people, so it will lean on you and be like, "Hey, I'm right here. Let's have some attention." But now both of them come up and you can love on them. The horse comes up to her, but he was like, "No, you're gross. Go away." And, right, all geese are attack geese, but these were friendly geese, but they were screaming about about stranger danger. Like, they were letting everyone know that they did not know who I was. Um, Gaz, you're so mean. So, yeah, it was really cool and really fun, and so we did that, and then I drove through a drive-through safari, and they warned us about the camels. They're like, "If you put your window down, the camel will reach in and grab the feed bag out of your hands." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So we were, like, really cautious with the camels because 'cause they're huge. But a f but I was like, "You don't hand feed them, do you?" And she's like, "No, you just throw it out your car window." She's like, "You hand feed at your own risk. You've signed a waiver." She's like, "Some animals, you just throw it straight into their mouths." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I thought, like, from a respectful distance was, like, the rest of that sentence. This zebra was like, I could not get it had its whole head in with its mouth open right here, just trying to get me. And I was like, "What are you doing?" Sorry, guys. And, like, I'm, like, trying to throw food in its mouth enough to where, like, maybe it would pull its head back and I could get my window up, and my husband, like, just wouldn't casually drive forward to where maybe the zebra would get its head out. I fought that zebra. I fought for my life. I was, like, the zebra dentist for a solid 2 minutes. Like, nobody I was like, it was amazing. And my kids were like, "Mom, did you like that?" And I was like, "Not particularly." Like, I just its teeth were so big and it was so close to me. It was so scary. So hilarious. Loved it. You follow a small YouTube on Cog Hill in Alabama. They have 3 donkeys. I love that. I'm trying to get her to YouTube because I mean, who doesn't want to see an animal rescue that has like 100 donkeys? Um, no, my sister doesn't have a zebra. Next to where she lives, there's like a drive-through safari, and they don't tell you how long it is. And so we got rid of all of our food and then passed a sign that said we were a quarter of the way through. And I was like, well, this is going to be a pretty boring 3/4 of the way left. And like the antelope, everybody comes up to you and they're just like right there at the window being like, hey, hey. And when you drive away, they follow you like the ice cream truck. They're just like, wait, our treats. It was really cute. You were so jealous. Yeah, I would be jealous if she had a zebra. That'd be incredible. Matt got syndicated. What? What? Like, what? Cass? Pervert. Wait, what do you mean, Mary? Because syndicated, like, on TV is completely different. Unless he's on TV now. But you have to have like 100 episodes before you get syndicated. I don't know. I haven't even been like, hey guys, I'm back in town. Um, Hey Brett, it's the dowry, so then you can marry me. That's funny. Steve's not in Scotland. Steve's in Alabama. Look, babe, Alabama. In his last life, I think I haven't been watching anything. I really haven't. Like also five. I see the group chat. I'm just, ugh, it just was too hard to. I like only barely been in my Discord. I haven't even texted really anybody I know. I haven't been messaging. I've just been like, from a North Carolina mug. I have it. Do you want me to go get it and show it to you? Steve lives where Forrest Gump lives. Oh, because Forrest Gump lived in Alabama. I was like, but it was shot in Savannah. And then they had to take the bench, the Forrest Gump bench. They had to like remove it because everybody kept doing things to it. And so they had to go put it somewhere privately. And it's really funny where the bench was because you're just like, it's not really where a bus would run. I'm on live chat, Brett. Why? What did you want me to read that you said, honey? Show you the North Carolina mug? Hola. You're in the hospital, Patricia? What happened? You can't stand and watch that scene because the bus was going the wrong way down the street, right? Um, you shouldn't ride elephants. Their backs are not designed for taking weight. That feels like a fat comment, Rave. You know what? Elephants can't carry your weight either. Any HOA drama? No, it's really dialed down since old guy left and just stopped calling everybody the C word, apparently. So were the giraffes close to the zebra? There weren't any giraffes, Gretchen. And about 30 years ago, they said zebras could be mean, but you wanted to feed the giraffe. And the giraffe had to back up because it's long neck. No, there were camels though, and camels are huge. Um, why are we laughing at what Chris said? Chris, what'd you say? Mhm. I do not see it. Syndicated, look it up. His videos will play on other platforms and channels for free. That's pretty cool. Oh, HOA Chris. Oh, sorry, Iowa. I was like, yeah, Chris sucks. But he's gone. And then, we still have 2 competing Facebook groups. That one lady just posts information about the city in. She'd be like, "Oh, look, this new thing, this new restaurant's opening up," and she posts it to both. So it's like, "Oh, okay." I bet you Chris did. He is like wretched because I didn't realize it was the same one, but before he changed his name and ran for HOA president, he had a different name, and I could not stand that person on Facebook. Like, I barely am on Facebook at all, but I will to be like, "What's happening in my neighborhood?" That's all I care about, and homeschool stuff, and, he was just so mean to everybody. I was like, "This asshole, like, these are your neighbors. Go be mean to somebody on Reddit. Like, go be anonymous and be mean." But oof, so yeah, anyways, hated that guy. I wanna see if I can do something. Hold on. I'm charging my mouse. See if it's got enough charge. So the fur babies go on your road trip. We on the one to Texas, no, because it was so fast and so hot that I want to see something. Everybody shut up. Tired of you. Why won't it work for me? I don't know why it won't work for me. See if I can do it over here. Maybe Chris just needed a hug. Chris can go fuck. I'm sorry. What? So, bye, Linda. Have fun with your outdoor furniture. What art charities, Brett? Does an HOA have to file taxes? I have no idea, Alicia. I know we have to pay into it. Let's see if I can do something over here. I am live right now. Thank you for saying that. Live, mute. You're not telling me. You're so rude. Yeah, I don't get the ability to gift memberships, which I would not do, you guys. I'm not doing membership content. I'm not doing anything. I'm thinking about deleting everything. How's the young man with the new room? Thank you for asking, Steve. He is doing well. He has his last round of the crazy intense chemotherapy coming up. Then they're going to have to do a aspiration from his bone marrows, I think, and see if he's in remission or how that's going. Because apparently, I didn't understand this. Apparently, you tried to Rebecca, I'm gonna flip back to that. Um, apparently you try to go whoosh, remission and then like do some other things. But thank you, Brett. Um, but I thought it was like remission took the whole process of chemo, but apparently it's like boom, try to get it all in remission, and then you have to do tiny chemos for oh, I hit that for a long time. But because his has the Philadelphia protein mutation thing, it's a little bit trickier. So I found somebody to do my merch. I was so excited about it. I found them at VidCon. I was like, this might make things worth it. I could actually get them to make stuffies of the pets and things like that. And Cass. And I filled out their contact info 3 different times and I have not heard back yet. Pretty sad about it. I was so excited. Like they could have done stuffed animals, magnets, aprons, kitchen, like hot pads, Lego sets for something else. And he's like, they could build like your room. And I was like, I'm so uncomfortable with that. I would love it. And I'm mad. She is a feral. Cass is the worst. So yeah. Also, I don't think I've drank water in June. I don't think I drank water in June. Mhm. Thanks, fiance. Oh, Mary and Brett, are you guys getting married? Okay, that's nice. A Lego set of your house merch is so cringe. I think it's for people who are like, I don't know, people who have like actual stages, like, studio sets is what I mean for stages. I think. Um, I don't know, but like that would be weird. Like if people are like, oh, here's my Lego set of Beth's house. Oh my God. And then we have to have like extra trash and you can clutter your kitchen islands. And like we'll have my ninja cooker and the toaster and like other things. I know Crystal's been going through it, so she does it. Lego cardboard boxes. Like my entryway will just be all these Amazon boxes. And then as you watch my video, you have to put your little Amazon boxes away. And if you're careful, you can fold them down and just put them in the garage. Okay, now I really want that to be merch. I think that's a brilliant idea. A little Lego Lammy, and we'll have like 7 of them. They're just gonna be through the house. But at least say, what are they technically doing that's illegal? I'm not listening. You see the group at HOA, other group, right? You'd love I know, call it would be so creepy, but it would be really funny if we had it. Mhm. We built the Friends Lego set, right? And Swifty heads. Oh my god, we'll put the Swifty heads under the beds. Oh, that'd be fun. All of the soda cans, like the soda water cans everywhere. That would be really funny. Dang it. I need them to contact me back. Why aren't they writing me back? Do you think they watched my stuff and they're like, "We don't wanna be associated with her. She's a disaster." What do you guys think that happens? I genuinely think that happened. I think they went on my channel and they're like, "We don't wanna be associated with her," and then they left. I want a Rottweiler. Oh my god, that'd be amazing. I really have a longing for a Rottweiler, guys. How high can you stack it before it falls over, right? Hi, Karen. How are you, sweetie? Um, that's why your son wanted a styrofoam head so bad, right? You turn them into Swifties. Oh, my head hurts so bad. I do. I want 2 to 7 Rotties. You fog sat? Is that a typo, Gretchen? What is a fog sat? A lab mix with a lamb? It's so cute. And you give him an extra treat. That's cute. I love Rottweilers, but they'll be back. I hope they come back because I feel like that would have been perfect merch. Oh my god, hot flash. I am having the hardest time. Who asked to watch me this morning? Oh, your son? That's funny. Irish wolfhounds are the best and don't shed. Mary, no. Rottweilers don't shed. Don't Google that. Nobody fact check me. Your friend just got a Rottweiler Husky cross. The amount of fur. Oh my God. The amount of fur. Christina keeps a quarter in her car because she goes to Aldi's. Maybe they're Canadian. Sketchy bastards. Bug. That's a cute name for a lab. He loves me so much, it's so unhinged. As well he should. I am the leader. Tropical moment, like, yeah. Sorry, I also looked outside because 'cause we're having a tropical moment out there. It's just okay, so we were in, like, the Dallas we were in Eastern Texas, and I wasn't joking, but my dad thought I was, and I had to, like, be very serious with everybody. I was like, "I'm appreciating how dry it is here." And my dad's like, "Oh, ha, ha, ha." I was like, "No, I really am enjoying the lack of humidity. Thank you." Like, I'm very grateful for it. And the only time I really, really felt it was in Dallas at the cemetery for those 15 minutes. Um, like, there I was pouring sweat then, but for the most part, I was like, "It's nice and dry out here." You have a pug who snores like a freight train, that's cute. Well, this side of Texas, they I'm so sorry, I was in East Texas is what I meant to say, you guys, East Texas. West Texas is dry. East Texas is not supposed to be, but when I would travel there as a child, I was like, "Oh, it's so humid, this is crazy." It was, like, so crazy to me, and now coming from Georgia to there, you're like, "Mm, this is just the right amount of moisture. Thanks, guys." Menopause question, right before okay, for the ferals, right before it do you bleed out every period? Right before menopause, Cass, are you saying that it's extraordinarily heavy and you're, like, struggling? That's perimenopause. Um, are you getting rotty? Mark doesn't want to, which means I have to wait until he's not looking. I really do. I talk too much, I'm sorry, Cass. Ella says sometimes I talk too much and not enough cleaning. Kala, it's true. Um, yeah, that's a big sign of it, Cass. Oh, I was playing with my hair too much and pulled a bunch out. Aren't you allergic? Cindy, mind your own business. No one cares. Cass, go get your progesterone tested. You're in Canada. Go to the doctor for free. Um, Rave, if you use all caps at me one more time, I'm going to break your legs. Just stop. Well, oh, Iowa girl, it was so easy. She had 2 hot flashes. She's fine. I have to go to Iowa real quick, guys. Thank you, Melanie. I appreciate that, sweetie. Irish Wolfhound's allergy free. All caps. No periods. No one talks about the upside of cancer. District 12, dark. Um, I bet the Roddy would catch Leroy's squirrel nemesis. Like, what I need to do is like, but I don't want to do because I'm nervous about bugs and snakes. I need to put like a doggy door somewhere in the sliding glass door, and then a doggy door leading outside, so Leroy could just shoot out as like a missile to get them. Because they know we have to open 2 doors. We open the sliding glass door, and they're like, "Oh, they still have one more door." Like they just don't care. um, Yeah, Gretchen, the progesterone really helps with that. With therapy, do you still have symptoms? Sometimes, Morgan, it just kind of goes a little bit out of whack. But I stopped being in crazy amounts of pain for at least it felt like I was pre-gaming and having crazy painful cramps for days before my period actually started. So like it felt like it was 2 weeks of awful. First one was pre-game, second one was the show. And it was so much. It was just like, how was I not dying from blood loss? And then the hot flashes were really intense. So now everything's so much more manageable. I don't experience pain. I do not cramp prior to. It's shorter and lighter and easier. And thank you, honey. I grew it myself. And and then the testosterone helps. I'm a little bit more motivated, but it's helping with the migraines that I was getting. I never had migraines before I started getting hormonal migraines. Ugh. Um, you have squirrels and 2 rabbits torturing the dad's horse. Oh, I hate that. From 14 to 41 until they did anything. I hate that, babe. Right? The perimenopause, it's so cruel. And but yeah, I really think that it's I was worried about the hormone replacement therapy. I really was. I was stressed about it because we don't do it in America. And then I was looking, like, especially the testosterone. And then I was looking over, like, the UK is like, yeah, we've been doing it for a long time. This is absolutely amazing for women. And I was like, why aren't we doing it? Right, Jenny? Um, so what, Rave? I couldn't understand you. You weren't in all caps, babe. It just feels like you're not serious anymore. Karen, yeah, just go in. Oh, Cass doesn't have insurance. She's Canadian. Mhm. What else, guys? I think I'm gonna wrap up in a little bit. Or have you tried not having uterus? I menopause as I go. Um, okay, so I am getting a headache. That's fun. I'm really excited to hang out and nest. And then tomorrow's 4th of July. I don't have big plans. Just some fireworks if it's not raining. Um, July 5th, we're gonna start losing weight because we went hard on eating our feelings. And also, it's like shocking. Burying somebody makes you really confront your mortality a lot. And so, and with better health choices, who knows what would have changed, right? It's a family, our family loves food, and that's such a big thing. Um, and so now I'm like, okay, maybe a little bit of course correcting, right? So that's what I want to do. And I have some good I have okay, good is not the adjective, but I have ideas for content. I have things that I could do, technically speaking. So I made some plans. I'm thinking I will do another week of meal planning. What do you guys think of that? Um, I do need to clean my house. I have to switch over my decor. What was one of my other ideas? Oh, peaches. I need to go get peaches and process a bunch of peaches. Um, a pulled pork burger, absolutely housing a pulled pork burger. Order tacos for dinner. Um, so yes to meal planning. I'm gonna try that again. And I have to clean out my fridge. I did all of my dishes before I left and threw away some of the stuff. But this morning, like, Mark tried the milk. Mark tried the heavy cream. He said it was good. And then, oh, Midwest, I can do that for you, sweetheart. Right? And I haven't switched it over yet. I have to switch over to the Americana decor on the 4th of July, I think. Um, get the scary candy thing out again. I will. I'm gonna find, honestly, I'm going to find the place that I wanna go for peaches. And then if any of my Georgia people wanna meet up at the peach place, you suggest habit stacking. Shut up, rave. I have to, you guys, the better I get at life, the worse my content gets. Just have to be terrible all the time. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate you, sweetie. That's a Discord link. I forgot I was even looking for it. The mystery closet. I don't want to show you that because if I could block Mary from seeing my content, I'd show you it and then I'd open it again. Keto with Amy, you're late and dead to me. What's happening here? Trying awkward mom's clean routine. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna write that down. I should have did that. Milk drinking them. Oh gosh, no. But I do have a Mark drinking milk story that was really funny. Awkward mom. Hi Nova, you're late. Um, Once our fridge in the laundry room, we buy 4 gallons of milk at a time and we drink them, right? And by we I mean those kids. And I guess it hadn't shut all the way. This is a year and a half ago. Or something had changed, or like the temp on the inside had must have been bumped, but it was not cold enough. And for some reason, I was like, "Oh, I think this milk is bad." And Mark takes a big old swig of it and he spits it out and he's like, "Oh god, that milk's bad." And I was like, "Okay, but it was new." So I brought out another gallon, and since he had already drank rotten milk, like, why not? I was like, "Here, try this." And so he pours it and he drinks a huge drink of it. And I was like, "What are you doing?" And he like I was like, "Why are you not taking smaller sips?" And he did it. All 4 were spoiled, huge chugs from all 4. And I was like, take smaller sips. Like, why do you need to go by the mouthful? And he's like, I don't know. So yeah, he's okay, Steve. Ugh, it was so I could not believe he drank so much of it. That was crazy. I think Mark might be an idiot, right? Um, yeah, that was funny. Okay, so oh, 4 seconds away from an hour. Happy 4th of July, you guys, especially Canada. This is the better one. I hope you guys had a miserable July 1st because you were trying to steal my thunder. How dare you? Um, all right, I'll see you guys in the Discord if you guys join the Discord. If you don't, you're dead to me. And fucking fruit fly. I will get more energy and be happier when I can. I love you so much. And I want to leave now.